Welcome to Vote Compass, the ABC's new voter engagement tool. It's a tool which allows you to fill in a whole series of questions on policy issues that are recurrent in this election campaign and compare where you stand to what the political parties' positions are on those same questions. It's an attempt to sort of get policy into this campaign, that you can use this tool, you can answer the questions, and then you can actually go and look at what the party's policy positions are on each of the questions we're supplying in this survey. To fill it in, it's all online, and if you at the start of the survey, you just state what your electorate is. We'll select Canberra in this case, and then off you go. And you'll be presented with a series of 30 questions, one after the other, and you're given the question at the top here and up to 5 different responses, from strongly agree to strongly disagree. The answers vary depending on the question, and there's 30 different policy areas, 30 questions in about 10 different policy areas you can answer. So we'll just start to fill in a couple of answers here now. Having gone through all those questions, you come to the importance page, and at this point you state which policy areas you're really interested in. You don't have to answer these questions, but if you're particularly interested in the economy or asylum seekers or the environment, this is where you rate that that's the important issue for you. And then when you go on to the final stage where it compares your policy positions to the parties, it takes this importance rating into account. And they're all on this page here. There's all whole different areas, and what you do is you just select whether foreign affairs matters to you, and it rates that as an important policy issue to you. So once you pass that, you move on to an area where you rate the party leaders, and you rate what you think of each of them. So which of them will you consider voting for? Well, you just take the logo and you move it down to wherever you want to put it. So in this case, let's put all the parties down here. Labor Party doesn't want to move there, it seems. And then you can rate each leaders. In your opinion, how trustworthy are the party leaders? And again, you just take the party leader and you just put it wherever you want to put it on the screen. It doesn't seem to want to move the Labor people here, it seems, at this stage. And then you move down further. In your opinion, how competent are the following leaders? And again, you can rate the leaders on that question. What we do here is we ask you a series of questions. We ask you questions about how you're going to vote, how you're going to vote in the Senate, and then we go into a whole series of demographic questions, and these extend over several pages. We'd encourage you most to fill in the first page and then consider filling in the other pages as well, which run into a number of the census questions. And the more of these you fill in, the better it is, because of course we're not recording any of this information. This information, you're an anonymous filler in of this survey, but what we use is we use the demographic information to weight the sample. A normal opinion poll might only have 2,000 or 3,000 people. When this was done in Canada at the last election, it had 2 million respondents. If we get 500,000 or 1 million respondents, then if people fill in all this survey data, all this census data, we can actually match it up with the census and ensure we've got a good sample. And it allows us to tell you something about the Australian electorate. What do we know about Australian voters? Are they different in Sydney and Melbourne? Are they different in the city and the country? Do they differ by age? That's what the sort of thing we hope to get from this survey as well as your response. So once you've filled in then, you then go to the results. Once you've answered all the questions, you get to the results page. And on the results page, we plot where your answers lie on the vote compass compared to the political parties. The compass plots economics across the horizontal axis, and on the vertical axis, it sort of plots a social dimension, from conservatism to liberalism and economically from left to right. And as you'd expect to see, the Liberals and National parties are on this side of the economic agenda, and the Labor Party and the Greens on the other side, and they're all at different positions on the social versus liberal, on the conservative versus liberal dimension. You can also see how many of your answers agreed with each of the political parties. And down here further, you can see how you rated the political parties. You can also share your results with friends on Twitter and on Facebook if you're so inclined. And if you really want to delve into the policy issues that are involved in the questions, if you click on you versus the party, it will take you to your answers, and it will show you what your answer was compared to the political party. And if you select one of the political parties, it will then show you, come down here and hit rationale, it will show you what the party's position is. So if you're really interested in the policy on one of the questions, you can actually go in and read the policy position of each of the political parties in answer to that question. So get involved and fill in the survey at abc.net.au/votecompass and follow the conversation at #VoteCompass.